Maneva na sema PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV de osia dem yopo.
Atiefo ne ahwefo yema obibiara kwaba eba PENDREAM TV. Say na your first time we have subscribe to channel and click the notification bell no so like jumadi na share ma afofron so ensa enkabi. Na emra na anado dankwa akufado anase MPP epe tumenu. Omoche say they have the men na ya de Ghana ehye omonsa ombe ye Ghana krabehwe anase ombema obia ho atono ewo omai Ghana mu. Na enkamia say after say yede to me share omonsa no enye eno na ye hu ye. We are seeing the other way around now. Ivan Innocent Chey, one of the political analysts. Anytime Obeka Sebiano and Sema or the Tujano Tumuse and Semno Nyansa Wom. Now, or the Ensembi Atuja, Mepesa Obeka Mehoneti and Sema Ivan Innocent Chey Eka. Now, Mempesa Meka and Sema and Mempesa Mesem Reno Kamehonienti and Sema Ivan Innocent Chey Edituja. And send a beacon subscribe to the channel and click on notification bell also. Like a Jumadio na chair warding our comment section hall. Yenti send Ivan Ekan and Sem.
The Ghana for you know your political landscape no. And near my baby very set it by itself. It's a very nice tune. Society now you no do not need now.
Very well.
And you know. So when you're na hona near my fawasi we are, then we tend to blame others. You know that is what we are good at always, you know.
That's right.
Problem about baby ni so about transia jiatum from on one kasa ne angle no wahwe bi a otosini no odifo. No, so why you home be no. We always look around, look for somebody to take the fall. And now her governance here, that's exactly what Akufo-Addo has been doing. A minor and economy BBR Jinsamuno. He's still looking around, looking for people to take the fall.
Seriously?
And then COVID-19, Ukraine-Russia war, and Ukraine-Russia war, I take or pay agreement. Mahama could sign 8 years or 7 years ago.
That's right.
And yeah, no, just a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff, and also, but to as a leader, no, always the also show responsibility by your friends owning up to mistakes in as far why some be able to gather the courage to move on. And you need that. I think that there are a lot of things that be changing. I think the ECOSO our parliament, you know, the Biameka is just a side show. Reflect the ECOSO in the entire political landscape.
Very well. Because
there is this culture of indiscipline that crippled down into parliament. I don't know, give rise to some of these things. And for you to be able to analyze this particular development, the ECOSO, minorities say the majority say minority, no. I think say we put you in a contest, ultimate contextualizing, then you'll be able to analyze it from one step to the other. Yes, Alaska. The SCN, you know, say Abragana for Koto about this hang parliament, you know. Now, some of us in the believe in this, this is going to be the most effective and the most robust parliament. I bet you're solely accountable to the people of this particular country because numbers in the equal one person and a deviated from I said independent person, but he vowed to do business with the MPP. But whatever be the case, you know, a time will come now you say businesses in the house, you know, I bet get serious because of their number.
Very well.
But no, I say one of the deputy speakers of parliament, Joe Wise, or no grantee interview, now all kind of interview, say. Parliament, you are the 8th parliament. On your friend is saying, oh, yeah, one of the deputy speakers, you know, or said this parliament is the worst parliament.
Very well.
The worst parliament in the history of this particular country. And you're an American. You're sitting member of parliament, or you're one of the deputy speakers. And I atuna to say, parliament, you are it is the worst parliament. Abra, Ghana, your democracy way, as here.
Okay, Yentiano.
But to do politics rather than business. I'm saying it, and this equal number of parliament has brought the West in MPs. I've repeated it, I'll repeat it again. This parliament, 8th parliament, has made the least number of laws. We have not cooperated as we did in the past.
Because Alaska, the inception of this particular parliament, this 8th parliament, you know, the characterization, that your friends saying animosity, acrimony, those kind of insults, and no, koto abana soldier for invade that particular house on that particular day.
Well.
We saw the first cars. Man for their bomb we bow so before paper area. That is how it all started. So the idea, the mentality I had go into parliament and that particular way, from that particular 14 and I had the core. And we saw the acrimony and that kind of stuff. And they say the banter na eba course in the house, Now man for free say koye ama. Sabi businesses na se for am for be few money juma. But Alaska the leadership in the house me there be am can say the current speaker of parliament.
That's number 3.
Number 3 now felt say or you be or your friends obetimi hold firm grips on parliament because Mera was spending the kind of reputation, the kind of personality or cut across the political divide, and nipping sabi obetimi command some respect. But Alaska is unfortunate. Sometimes a business cost of parliament the atmosphere and then you begin to ask then who is really in charge in the house?
Very well.
That is why the last time I was telling you, sir, the focus of playing number 1 and I'm power what I say and LGBT law now president doesn't have power to do anything. We in parliament we have the power. So I kind of power play as for na on fan not making sure that he's able to exert control, power and influence over businesses and activities. Alaska near man ya transia manage your munsem about partisan politics. In so extreme partisan activism and then I take it over. So or more be blamuna or more as a leadership na failure more because parliament the word and I'm saying minority or majority that kind of politics but Alaska until some point for down or attempt to instill some discipline in the business and activities of the house and at this point I didn't because you can't about absenteeism. Nipa ma parliament where minority bedi obi echi court majority ma obi amanfo na me yo business ne e fa na start free they sow seed under this fourth parliament in Alaska. They sow seed the yagusunsu abesi ne the Addo Asafo case.
That's right.
Addo Asafo case. How many months lady no absent in her from parliament? For a long yes. There was this back and forth because a near course, not somebody was expecting leadership to rise up to the occasion. To crack the whip, and I said, Obinya Bibino who says Obitina parliament won't mean your business and don't baby. Sir, according to report, I have and crying as a first or more your crown and said, most of the people in the house were not even aware, but not Oti baby. No sanction, no consequences. Obia wakwa say about tremu to aso ye adwuma. But Alaska ye do parliament. Na se ba akofo betimi akotena baby for almost like 9, 10, 11 to 12 months. Na nothing will happen to the person. Na se ogbabaka. Na se going forward in obia ma parliament assembly na betimi aka.
Because what set that bad precedent.
And we are talking about the situation na. Your friends say nipa no eti abonten aso ye o ma adwuma no. Or duty so ba adwuma ba yo or say o ma ote baby no na aban enam so first through the chief of staff at the man one parliamentary Canada Japan twen dollars dey command say onjina so na omra ye bribe no because she's sitting out. That is the extent we want to. You see, all these things are information are available.
Sure. And
it's obi a parliamentarian now otena fie 1 week 2 weeks 3 weeks no ama adwuma you have no moral
right
it's as simple as that. Because obi tina fie 1 year without any saying any reasonable way because reasons are emanema adwuma be seen there menyasa so bisa some of the parliamentarians they will be able to. That is why there was this back and forth. Even his own party people rose up say yentuna sim free parliament but on my tangible reasons now so convincing enough. Do you think that can the party for us or say so Alaska all these things are happening here. And then again yente parliament na levy elections na yekoso no obi address no ho say Addo Asafo ekotena the house ama nipa bu na ni gusu ma ne to aba later honorable Okudato raise allegation. You see some of these things are very damning. So one pay much attention to now flashing through the toilet. Now you think that it's just part of the usual politics. It is the integrity of the house.
Wow.
Because as we speak Okudato can say your friend is a nipa na not to no nya Addo Asafo and there were a lot. As I'm not kind of copy your friends a subsequent development be maso. But at the end of the no, impugning and indicted the integrity of Parliament. Somebody who respects leadership of the House. So at least, so assembly and you know, now believe so I just have fun and not toward that day now. Do something to clear the doubt on the minds of Ghanaians that will take you serious. So Alaska, all these concepts you know now build it up, now and then a business of the house, you know. And no, I'm also was there and no, and I'm call Parliament. Nipa am say 14 or
that's right.
Obako obi anyho, and you see my 2010. And do you know what is going on? Minority, how often and no more exit Parliament? Your friends say, yes, Abra, Jachu question.
That's right.
Or uncle, your friend is saying, or Medinachi, Alaska. The principal position I'm catching say, sir, ya exit business course of Parliament. My free ho, mean ya juma, mean ya say, even where elect about to crack or to snow hennes our number no and so on. Don't exit. Sit there. Whatever your protest is, no register. Sabia posterity. Be remember, say, assemble by ye. Na meti house or mansorampie, but my principal position is say me tuti and it will be on record because Parliamentary has had as for na no. Every single will be on record.
House of record.
House of record because see ye koto aba ewo LGBT ho na ofri say omo to for no wo win. Ya ye to against no. Ye be lose wa. You don't exempt yourself from the voting. You vote so that it will be on record. So on that day, you were part of those who voted against it. Because it will be on record that on that day, Parliament, everybody present voted for the bill. So me, ideally, I am against this principle of exiting, walking out of, because I think a coward status adopted over the years. But Alaska, you see. This maybe can win maybe I'm the other side. So we have work out now. I can also say so we had the minority. Some majority of the MPs stand trial our court.
Very well.
But maintain say you say obi court wa. Minority so much almost already nachi. Maintain be that.
Sure.
It will question somebody might be interested in there. About saying and duru we kwa Sweden minority so be judgment as already nachi. Alaska is because the circumstances are leading us around all these things, no, are feeding into the already existing public perception. I'm for Akasa. Adia Kosimu Biam board.
Very well.
Because don't forget, Asemia or Battle Hui already president. I'm an outcome, not that. I conclude to say the guy is on his way going to jail.
Exactly.
And if you have a president on appointing almost all the judges today, your first Supreme Court win as for making such a conclusive statement, then every member sitting in the house might want to sympathize with the person whom they think is a victim.
That's right. To present utterances.
Exactly. Because the minority idea is already acceptable process is that you go through, in the end, the guy will go to jail because president had concluded that.
That's right.
So, and again, issue na ekosoro e ba na say na ya conclude in such a way say every day bia or court. Criminal trial or mo kunipa na sabi omo kunipa kra na omo wo asebo court no bisa say da bia na omo di omo asem. So when you lay down these foundations the minority will no longer interpret it say ebia a member of parliament when you accept no court na he's a victim. He's a victim of a judicial system I set it up to incriminate and subsequently imprison him. So who created that particular grounds now? That is what will give rise. So the concern we should be expressing is that now the trust and confidence in our judicial body members of parliament don't
have trust.
Exactly. And the question you might also be asking yourself say, if the outcome is already conclusive, then what will be the effect joining him?
That's right.
Maybe the sympathy or sympathizing with him on that particular way, that will be the only thing. But Alaska, the more serious note is I say parliament our problems. Because as we speak, so MP within MPP so Nipana or Monama Moya campaign. But we are recently was in Kumase. MP so no within a chini over 100 say 80 or 70
over 100.
But parliament your business parliament encore recess
I want to nominate parliamentary business government business
exactly. Exactly. So I know the day some of the majority MP on a campaign trail with either Baobia or Alan Chamantin or one other or some of the rest, no more campaign when Parliament is supposed to be your fence in section. Yeah, Juma. Nasa Omunja Juma no more campaigner. Alaska. Nasa want to me and cancer assembly. Nasa minority so say almost kokotwa. Then who Hanabe can be assembly.
So leadership.
It's leadership crisis, because the person we thought so bet me hold firm grips on the activities and on the business of the house because of the days of experience, years of experience, the reputation, the kind of enormous way no Alaska that particular hold firm no anya adwuma and aginsamu enti nipa no mote parliament no they don't feel accountable to obia because say what class na we teacher ni Alaska wonim say teacher ni we wan ko class a sabi o mo kro betwi wanim. Next time, otu mako na kono otwi wani ma. Next time, utifia na sa wo nkwa, wo badwen ho mienu. But in an event opa na opa wo nkwa. Na tro obi atafie for oba wani ye anya no hwe. Na me na metum 3 months obi ba mi bibi. So that is the culture of impunity. That culture no na ya foster within the parliamentary environment, and the members are just taking advantage because they are human beings. Whenever you see that there are laxity in the laws or conditions are existing for those things in Alaska, every human being will play along, and it's exactly what is doing, what is going on. And going forward, you know, so Parliament we person redeeming him. And Alaska, we are talking about Parliament in the past, you know, a lot of things are going. How many times na Kennedy Japan ma one thing and make can say who be about Parliament? And did the young parliamentarians at Alaska. Recently, I watched a video in Parliament. Now I was so much embarrassed to the extent say Abraham no more LGBT debate and the kosono. Okay. I'm say mutalane esleusu enya some your friend say bantabi. Na sa utie nsama ne free esleusu onumo ba Alaska. Now be say nipa wait to Parliament and look at the words and utterances are all you see within the most august house in Parliament. Vulgar language asabi. Akra enyusuno. She was in Parliament and using those words in Parliament when business was in session. I'm to say the Speaker of Parliament in the over to catch and say in 7 hours no on withdraw. The woman didn't marry anybody.
That's right.
So let's go within the house, no, because say discipline, no, send ACT because saying indiscipline, it take you over, and they give rise to all these things. Then you know coming back to leadership, because I'm for free say no loyalty is to partisan interest and partisan consideration. Any other thing no be idea is secondary. So when you have such your friends say ideas, you know, our team now the koha, so obi blamuna. That culture of indiscipline now are taking over Parliament asabi. Numerous or moye emano eno eba ba secondary. Na ama AC Alaska explaining bibi and explaining what is happening. Because say you will be blamuna. I think the leadership na nkasa na so mo blame omo because omo na set the tone. Ama de ekoso nyina akoso and you bet me a catalog a number of issues. In some akoso within the house obeti nchanya the AC enya ne nwanwa so obi sorry opa no nko and now we've gotten to the point where even some of the leaders in the house ababonte be ka kire say open the worst parliament seen in the history of this country enya me America ho and enya wo na wo ka a certain member or no ho be leadership no ka ho e ka kire say because and now say your friend is saying partisan activism
and there is no cooperation.
No, because leadership in the hot. Leadership are breaking. Leadership and lose grips. Because obia mo obia ho. You free say obia because if an MP can sit in standing in the middle of the colleagues, I catch almost say they are senseless.
Serious.
MP to meet general parliament catch and the colleagues say they are senseless. Senseless, headless, and for this is Esilowusu.
Clueless.
Yes, such a nipa way at Abama so on Parliament. Arrogant or munipa das a nibia. Alaska, and this uncle for way and I will control more our house. I know the day. What do you expect? So I think that we need to go to the stand of says Obiama Parliament consequences. I want to say these are some of the things I see share because even though the standing orders, you know. And making provisions for those things. But Alaska still consistently people are flouting those things. Parliamentary business. about secondary way, among for individual businesses and as a forum, among for project title, na nam. But job that is supposed to be done because the man was complaining, say, and never be gua as a parliament attended to, well. But Omoko House when Nipa Niho and Yamina Meka MP one of the leaders and Eka the Alaska teacher near Ocha crowd and Abako class now could be anyhow. As a menace will be sound. Exactly. And they need you or even the institution called parliament. In Alaska, yet your maimua. The whole finance minister to meet in the circle, your friend say the consolidated funding without the knowledge and approval and the consent of your friends say parliament. No more jano no more the open or that's what them.
So right now it is like the very monster we're creating.
Alaska. The finance minister can just dip his hand into the consolidated fund without so he doesn't give a damn about for him parliament doesn't exist. He doesn't care. And wait a minute, how many instances your friends or ma? It take how many years and how many times and so on as we speak. When say your friends the parliament sending notice on the your friends the governor of Bank of Ghana to come and make your friends the Ome church and say mu. Almost that we no kwa no or tosu but seen there he hasn't attended.
He has no respect for the house.
Exactly. And this any probably throw disrespect in your way. Then you need to ask yourself a lot of questions.
Atifo Masumao and Sama Ivan Innocente Ediato Eja any PENDREAM TV. Subscribe to channel and click the notification bell also. Like a Jumadino na share ma afofronso and sa and kabi. You be share in the next video. Macrow.
Dedi kama mamena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Ah nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.